Hey guys and girls, that's right, I'm here. I jumped into what is the Stanley parable. Was I going to? No. But, it just, after seeing a video of what some of the stuff in it, I had to, yeah, so we're just gonna jump into this. I have seen a video or two, so I'm gonna try and stray from their path of the videos I've seen. So let's do this. End is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never the end, is never the end, is loading. Loading, loading, loading. I can't wait to see how this turns out. I don't know if I'll do more videos of this. I might, but I kind of want to mix it up a little bit, try something that I've been doing, and yeah, we're gonna jump into this. We're gonna see how the narrator has in store for me, what he has in store. The Stanley Parable is a crazy game. If you don't know what the Stanley Parable is, or played the mod, I don't know what's wrong with you, just saying. But we'll listen to the story.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-lifting, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Ah, well, that's nice. He was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley
Something that
Parable.
would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
They didn't just
isolation.
want to say hi. I mean, I'm a cool dude.
Wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so we're playing the Stanley Parable. I don't know the keys to this. I'm just kind of clicking stuff. Alright. Hello? 428, 429, 430, 431. Oh, no, turn that back on. Turn that back on, dang it. Alright, fine. I like work, just hate my boss. Okay. Alright. Hello? Anybody here? I'm going on a lunch break. Anybody want to join me? Where's Susan from accounting? Hello? Hello? Where do I go? I'm lost. Can I go in here? No? That door's open. That door's open. Is it... What happened? The door's open, but there's nothing in it.
The memo.
Okay, I think it's working now. I don't know what happened. Let's just Let's go. Yeah. Okay. Good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, my name is not Stanley. All right. It's Luke. So Luke entered the door on his right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
But I love this.
Stop by the employee lounge first.
Yeah.
Just to
I told you I was gonna take a break and talk to Susan. I mean, I'm trying to get those digits.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
It
It
is.
had really been worth the detour
Number
after
one
all,
dad.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully
Give me a drink.
constructed room. Stanley
Give me.
simply stood
Oh
here,
gosh, it
drinking
took my
all
quarters. That sucks. All right. I guess we'll go. There's nothing really in here, right? All right.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We're not gonna do that. We're gonna take the door straight ahead.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
What?
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
F you, dude. I'm awesome at following directions. What? Let me mess with the controls a little bit. Is there a jump? There has to be a jump, right? Duck. Mover. No, I guess not. Alright.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy,
Yeah.
really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged
Ouch.
to his death.
I'm
Good
sorry.
job, Stanley.
I
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
couldn't take the loneliness. Alright, sure I'm powerful, but I couldn't take it. I'm sorry.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, perhaps I did. Perhaps I missed a memo. Perhaps something happened. I don't know.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
Whee!
this was not the correct way to the meeting room. And
La la la
Stanley
la
knew
la
it
la
well.
la la
Perhaps
la.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
449.
admire.
This is a pine.
Yes.
Wow,
This
so
room.
beautiful. Bye.
Eager to get
Whee!
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Whee! No, Stanley did not. Bye. Whee!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You need to stop insulting me. Maybe I would follow directions.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Really?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Who?
Someone you've forgotten about.
Who?
Please. What? Really?
Yeah.
I was in the
What?
middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are
Well,
you that
I'm sorry,
convinced that
dude.
I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Maybe.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you. To show
I don't believe you.
something
I don't believe you.
beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Let
Yeah,
me
well,
prove it. Let me prove
what I'm
that
looking
I'm
at
on your
is
side.
a storage area factory. This is not beautiful. I don't want to give you a chance. I don't know.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The red door. No, I didn't.
Aha.
What?
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Stanley may have walked through the red door, but I walked through the blue door.
I still don't think we're
What the hell?
communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh my god. Alright, fine.
Oh,
Fine.
thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you
No.
see that I really have wanted you to
I hate
be
you.
happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running
I guess.
and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What? 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 Hello? Hello?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What the hell is this?
Here.
Whoa!
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
Just stay right here, right in this moment with this place.
Wow!
I think I feel happy.
Wow! I feel so happy. I do too. Wow, that is beautiful. Wow! Wow! Okay, I'm bored.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm bored. I'm sorry. I'm a young man. I get bored fast.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay. I won't die though. I'm alright.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Take what from you? I don't want to do that. Should I do that? I don't want to do that. I'm going back. This room is nice looking. Whoa! Look at that! I'm missing the light show.
Good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Whoa. Okay, I'm bored again. Let's do...
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here.
I'm sorry! I
You
am
heard me before,
bored.
didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
I'm bored. I'm sorry. It happens. Tell my mama
Please,
she's
Stanley,
fat.
think about what-
Whee! Whoa!
Oh,
I'm alive.
thank God. You lived. You have me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Nope.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Whee!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or
You are
just-
making me sad.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Did I do something wrong? Is it turning dark? It is. Oh, the stars are back. The stars. They're beautiful. Yeah, I think I just have to go. Alright. Alright, I'm sorry, man. Your game's done. It bored me. I'm sorry. Have a nice day.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
The end is never the end. This is loading. Is never... There's a sad type of feeling toward this game as well. Because the narrator just doesn't want to do this anymore either. Did it just reset? Am I... Yep, it did.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
The end is never the end, is never the end. The end is never the end, is never the end. It's all over the computers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
I have to
Stanley
do it
knew
again.
perfectly well.
And do something
Perhaps he
else.
wanted to stop by the
Sorry.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Employee
The
lounge.
was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took
We'll
the
go to the
first
left
open
pass.
door on his left,
We'll do this.
and so
This
he
is
detoured through the maintenance section,
big button.
straight ahead to the
Alright.
opposite door,
Straight ahead.
and got back on track.
We'll follow a little bit more. Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling
Where
relieved
are you
and
guys?
disbelief,
Did you take a
Stanley
vacation
decided
without
to
me?
go up to his boss's office,
Monetize free to
thinking he might
play.
find an answer there.
Shift global market. Parade. Core value expenditure. Other stuff. Oh, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I want to play with the broom. Let me be lightsaber boy. Fine, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley
Hey, my
just
car.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a
True.
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
Wait,
in a
what?
single moment for no reason at all.
Wait,
None of it made any logical sense.
wait, what?
And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Hey,
Big doors
that is
closed
true.
automatically behind him wherever he went.
That's true
And for
too.
that matter, these rooms were starting to
What?
look pretty familiar. Were they
What?
simply repeating? No,
I'm
Stanley
confused.
said to himself, this is all
No,
too
no,
strange.
no.
This can't be real. And at last, he
No.
came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Get out the car. Get in the car.
Dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream.
Is it?
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
No, I think I'm
He thought to
crazy.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
Oh my god.
Go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he
Holy
imagined
crap.
himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too
What?
appeared. It was so much fun.
What?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest
Oh my God.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about
A little
the
bit.
voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Yeah,
he thought.
I'm confused.
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility
Damn
for
it.
himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley.
How do I get out of here?
He knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Copy
that this
machine,
was
help.
in fact a dream. Did the voice
Help.
not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That
How?
this was a dream.
What do I do?
He closed his eyes gently,
Oh,
and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin. the press of the mattress on his back,
So I'm sleeping.
fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
It is not going to
I
restart
am
me.
normal.
No.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
No, I don't want it. I don't want it. What? Hello?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up.
Wake me up! Oh my God! I'm in pain. Something, please. What? What's wrong with the fucking color? Help me! No!
And everything went black.
Hello?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella
A
woke
woman
up
named
one day
Mariella?
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town
Oh my
talking and
God.
screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people are.
Wow.
And in that moment,
Stanley.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. Poor Stanley. And we're back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps I did. Perhaps I missed the memo. I don't know. We'll take the left
Stanley
door.
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
All right,
boss's
boss.
office.
Hello? You in here, big guy?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Hello?
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
Am I the boss?
who orchestrated this.
Hey!
What dark secret was being held.
Kitty.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep,
Amazingly,
sheer luck.
he
Because
stepped
I'm
into
awesome
the
like
newly
that.
opened passageway.
The hell is the boss hiding? Loading, 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 loading. Oh, it doesn't say never the end. End is the end. Loading and all that other stuff. I didn't notice that.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in
Yeah,
his
this is
chest,
weird.
as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Stanley might have walked through that door, but I don't have to. Whee!
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He could be lying to me, right?
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to... Nope, still on board with death.
I'm curious to see those dialogue options when I keep going back. No, alright, so I broke it. Alright. Well, yeah, why not? Why not? We died once already, so... Actually, we died like 3 times, right? Didn't we? 2 times? I don't know. It says escape. I'm gonna trust that whoever writes in crayon
was not shut.
escapes.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Is my death here? I'm curious as what my death is. Oh, oh my God!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see...
Oh, I'm gonna get smashed.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever
Help.
in his narrow vision of what
Help.
this world is.
Help.
Perhaps his death
Get me
was
out of
a
here.
great loss, like plugging the eyeballs from a blind man.
Get me out of here.
So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow
Oh my
life.
God. Oh my gosh. 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 Ah! Don't kill me.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator,
What?
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
It did? Wait, what? What? Hello? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive
No.
as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for
What
you
the hell?
in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley
Pacing of
was
this opening
already
section
dead from the moment he
was
hit
important
start?
to get right. This quarter has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. So it's a model of the game the stuff I went through. There's the office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game. That was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Stanley's computer. It's a library of me, or a museum of me, nature paintings. There's a couple doors there. Some desk. Office computers. Hey, solitaire. Wait, no. Turn that on. I didn't see it. Employee database. I can't read that. What's this one say? I turned it off. Installation. Huh, this is kind of fun. It's like the 8 game. We got credits. Written and designed by Davey Redden and William Poog. Yep, all these guys. Thank you for the parable. Thank you for the parable, everybody. This is an awesome, awesome parable. What's this? I missed this one. Filing cabinet. I said fling. Weird. Doors. The office. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Ooh, it's the 8 game reinvented into the 1 to 5 game. Yay! Ah, good times. Oh, look. Maintenance room. An early version of the maintenance room. The office. What about on the other side? What's over there? Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. So this is the final version of it. This is how some, like, I guess starting out scenes of it. Office clocks. Very cool. Employee lounge. Underground. It says escape there. Wait, what the hell is this? I don't like it. Kevin Briding, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game, roughly 3 separate times over 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game. Huh. That's cool. That's very cool. So you can hear some of the narrator's stuff there. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Monitor room, elevator. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. The Zending. Weird. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the 4th version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. Oh, I want to do the Zending. The game is now paused. Escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating to everyone. Huh. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator, informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Well, you guys can see that in your own time. If you get this ending or whatever. What's over here? Wait, what? What the hell was that? Can I approach that? Or is it going down when I approach it? Oh no, alright. Countdown disc. One of the discs from an early version of the countdown ending. I did not know it goes up like that. There's the exit. Game design mock-up. This is a cool way to show everything. The lounge, the office stuff. The apartment timer. Leading to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Now picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. I think I've seen the ending where you get to that point, but they don't pick up the phone. Meeting room. Vent, 2 options, 1 option, 3 options, 4 options. Maintenance layout. This is very cool, very intriguing. More endings, fewer endings, more narrators, fewer narrators. Bunch of signs and such. What the hell is this? Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. What? The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jockey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. What? I want that. That seems cool. Look at that. Alien base. Awesome. And then they show, wow, I want that. What the hell? Curse you, people. Where's the exit? I've seen the exit around here somewhere. I'm ready to go.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything.
That's the voice room thing with the outtakes. I've seen there. I'm pretty sure I've seen everything, right? Wait, did I see that room? Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. The first was created in November 2011, the second in March 2012, and the third in February 2013. So this is the first. Then it turned to this. And then to this. Alright, the exit was down here, right? Yep.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh, crap.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you.
So, did me doing that just...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah. So it just started itself over again. Well,
The
that's...
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
That sounds kind of different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, well that's the Stanley Parable, guys. I'll probably do more. I like this game. It's got a lot of twists. It's freaking awesome. I love it. And yeah, thanks for watching.